I'm over here at the Flint Residence. He's playing with another one of his toys. He has like 5 million in here. Got the go-kart. Got the mean fighting machine over here.
Why don't you tell them a little bit about it at least?
What year is this thing?
That's 2000.
2000?
2000, something like that.
Something like that. All that matters is that it has an H22 and it's boosted. Look at this thing.
Built motor. 2.2 liter. Let's see, 10.5 to 1 compression. Aluminum rod motor. Borg Warner S467 Billiwell turbo. Got a PPG straight cut dog box 1 through 4 drag trans. Pretty much everything is fabricated by me. Yeah, it's a fun car.
How long did it take you?
This motor's been in a couple different cars. So it's been in the DC Integra. It's been in a Prelude. It's been in an EG, and then now this EK.
So pretty much just a revolving build.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah.
The motor's old. I built this motor probably close to 10 years ago. We just put in a bunch of different cars. So this is the first time this motor's been in this car. I've only driven it maybe 100 miles, something like that. Still working all the bugs out of it.
As you can see, the interior is mint.
Oh yeah, so mint. Yeah, right.
For the most part.
For the most part.
Got the vise grips as the what do you call them? Windows. Roll down the window. Got the S2K that's blown up like 6 times. All the parts on this shelf have been in this S2K at least once.
All right, give them a little bit of detail. All right, so it's 01 S2000. I had a hybrid motor in it, stock F20 block with an F22 crank, F20 rods, and F20 pistons. So with that, it made it like 12.5 to 1 compression on E85 and mass injection, and then also has this supercharger down here. So it's a Novi 1000 Comtech supercharger on 17 pounds of wood, so it was on like a 2.6 inch Floyd, so maxed out as far as you could possibly go with it. Made 498 to the wheels, which is way more than it's supposed to, but I wasn't happy with it, so I kept pushing it. And as you'll see, burned up cylinder number 2 right down there. These are some of the other blocks that we've blown up. So it's gone through a couple different variations. I had an F20 in it, had an F22 in it, and then I did an F22 Frankenstein high compression, all OEM part build. It was fun, but it still wasn't quite fast enough. So this is one of the old motors that we've had in it. And then this is the one that's going to be going in it. Benson sleeve block. It'll be 10 to 1 compression. We're going to ditch the supercharger, go turbo with it, and that's another block we had for it. So yeah, fun stuff.
And then I don't know where it is. Did you move it? Yeah, you moved it.
It's out there. I blew grass all over it from.
Then he has that mint daily right there. It's clean. How much power is that thing pushing again? Because you tuned it, right?
Yeah, it's got an ECU Tech tune from Martin. Can't pronounce the damn name of his company because I don't know what it is. But 460 horsepower, 525 torque to the wheels, and maxed out the turbos. The turbos for those things, they're not that great from the factory, so kind of shitty. But looking at a turbo upgrade for it, as you see, it's got a 7-speed automatic in it. Kind of curious to see how much power they can handle.
That thing's quick too. All of his toys are quick. So this is the LS400 in all of its glory. Replacing this leaking power steering pump, completely gushing out fluid. It started it kind of late. but pretty much all I've done was take all the fluid out of the reservoir using like a turkey baster, whatever siphons the fluid out, and then there is a 17 millimeter nut on the power steering pump pulley. Pretty much leave the dry belt on when you do that because it provides enough tension to get the nut off, and then just slip a screwdriver in the pulley holes, and then you should just be able to crank it off. I think it's torqued at 32 pounds when you put it back on. Pretty much all I'm going to do right now is cover up the alternator and remove this return line, which I'm replacing, which is probably a good idea if you're doing a pump replacement anyways. And then I'll follow with you guys once I make more progress. But this is pretty much it.
I gotta show you the battery side on.
Oh yeah, this is the road trip home fix right here. Tell me that's not, that's, try and move that battery.
And you can, the thing's in the shop, and you can play music on it.
You can play all types of music on it.
I hear the banjos playing.
And that's not even all the way up, is it?
Oh, not even
that's
like not
halfway?
Even half.
Not even half. I'll tell you though, if you're the passenger, you get all of what's coming out of there.
Oh yeah.
Back there. So I found it easier to remove the wire that goes on the alternator. Gives you a little more clearance. But there's a bolt there that you have to take out. That one's pretty simple. This long bolt, pretty simple to get to. Right on the other side, there's the flashlight. I guess it's telling me to come down here. Alright. So that bolt hole right there, and then that one right there up top. Both of those have to come out, plus the two in the front that I just showed you, facing towards the front of the car. All four of those have to come out, and then the whole thing drops down. Like I said, I found it easy to, I put a ratchet on this bolt here, put it on that one there, and then I took, you know, just like a, I don't know, the jack handle, and I was able to get it off that way. That one was pretty simple up there. I removed the this high pressure hose before removing the bolts from the pump, just because it's a lot easier to get to. But after quite a while of trying to manhandle this shit, there is the reservoir, there's the old pump. I got the new one on the other side. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and all this time I spent on the car, I might as well just go ahead and do it right. So I think I'm just gonna remove this lid. Like I said, there are metal tabs. There are metal tabs that you have to pry up. It's probably best to mark where you are, you know, where the tabs are, so that way when you go to line it up, it lines up right. But other than that though, I got some engine degreaser. I'm gonna clean the reservoir with that, and I guess this may be, I don't know, maybe the second pump. I found this is where the IAC valve goes. It's already plugged, so I guess that's not a concern. It had Teflon tape on it, and when I took it out, it didn't seem as though it was leaking from there. So we should be all good to go. Hopefully I have another like maybe hour left on this thing, putting everything back, and this bitch will be on the road, man. Alright guys, so didn't really end the video yesterday. This thing definitely beat my ass, but it's worth it though. I don't see any leaks or anything. Bled the system, everything was cool. No noises, no whining, no nothing. If you don't know how to bleed a power steering system, it's pretty simple, at least on this car. Just fill the fluid up maybe a quarter to halfway, and then go in the car, turn the steering wheel back and forth about 20 times, 10 times in each direction, and then check the fluid level. If it's fine, do it another 20 times, and then replete the fluid, and the noise should go away.